Hello, Game Cooker US Rocks VR here. How's everybody doing? Just gonna do a video, I guess like a part one of my PC build, which is my 2080 Ti 9900K build. I'm gonna try to just put in like the processor today and the motherboard, maybe the RAM and the M.2 drive, and I'm going to use this Noctua NTH1 thermal compound. I don't know if you can read that or not. There we go. So it's a 1 terabyte HP SSD EX920. Now you can actually get the Evo drive for the same price, which I'm kind of a little upset about. Because this one's a little slower, a little bit slower, and I'm using the Ripjaw 3200 case latency 16, 216 gig sticks here. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let's see if you can. I don't know if you can read that or not, maybe in the back. How's that? There you go. I don't know why it doesn't focus right. Can you read that? And of course the the Core i9-9900k and the Z390 Aorus Master board, which, to be honest with you, it looks a little complicated compared to what I'm used to. Now, I was an AMD guy before this, so for like 16 years or whatever. I built nothing but AMD computers builds and bought AMD laptops, and the main thing that turned me off about buying Intel was, one, I didn't know a whole lot about them from a technical standpoint, and they were always very expensive. So, and AMD always kind of hyped up their stuff, you know, about their chips and all that stuff, and so I just kind of like, they drugged me along thinking that they were the best bang for the buck, you know. When in actuality, what I really wanted was more power, more performance, and I shouldn't have even like cared about the bang for the buck. Now with the Ryzen series now, they're getting there, but they're still not quite there yet. That's why I went with the 9900K. So my son Ian is here. You can say hi to the camera.
Hi.
Alright, so he's going to kind of be here watching just because he's with me right now and I really want to get this done. So anyway, back to the board. The board seems a little more complicated than the ones I previously worked on, which was, I think, a Z270 board and an X299 board, if I'm saying that correctly. They seemed a little you know, well, they weren't high performance boards either, I guess you could say. They were kind of like entry, mid-level boards. Although that 7820X board was very expensive. So I'm going to do my best here. I'm still kind of like not used to the socket that the Intel uses. So I kind of have to kind of refresh my memory every time I put them in. Yeah, so let's get started here. I'm going to kind of zoom in on the table here and hope that I can get a good lighting for you guys. So I'm going to put the processor in, I'm going to put the RAM in, I'm going to put the M.2 drive in. I don't think I'm going to put the water cooler on yet because I got to wait until I put that on the case, I believe. I might even put the hard drive in the case because it has to be mounted on the back of the case. So I might actually go ahead and do that too and get that done. Now I'm going to be building another computer with my son Thursday after Thanksgiving dinner and all that stuff. So there will be more coming. He has the white case and I have the black case. We have the same case but just different colors. He's also going with the 9900K and kind of a similar build. He's going to have the Tai Chi board. He's got a different brand of DDR4. So yeah, so let's get started. I'm going to put this down close so you can see what's going on the table. And I'm probably going to like edit this video so that, you know, you only have video of me talking or doing something. Alright, so bear with me. I'll try to do the best I can with this camera that I have, which focuses when it feels like it. Alright, let's get started. It's hard to get it straight. Alright, so here's the board. That's where I'm putting the processor right there. Just playing around with this light. Got a bunch of connectors in the back. Doesn't want to autofocus properly. Yeah, it's giving me a little bit of trouble. Okay, so there's a little box that comes in. I thought this would be enough light here. So it says, before installing CPU, make sure to turn off the computer and unplug it. Well, okay. We don't have it on the board yet. It says here, gently press the CPU socket lever handle down and away from the socket with your finger. But we got the cover on here though. Hold the CPU with your thumb and index fingers. Align the CPU pin. Stop. Triangle with the pin 1 corner of the CPU socket. Alright, so basically push down on the lever here, as you can see. Lift this up, I guess. And then, I'm assuming this little arrow here, I don't know if you can see that in the video. You can see it right there. It's a little blurry, but that's an arrow. So I'm assuming that's what they're talking about there, yeah. So carefully grab the processor find the little arrow on the processor, which is right here. Sorry if this thing just is not wanting to focus. But it's right there. And then basically you want to gently line up the arrow, which is here, with the arrow here, and just set it down gently. Inside there. And then, hopefully, I wonder if you got to take this cover off though. It says install processor first, then remove and keep the cover. Okay. So processor is in. So step 3, keep the cover on, it's saying. Once a CPU is inserted, carefully replace the load plate. When replacing the load plate, make sure the front end of the load plate is under the shoulder screw. Oh, right here, I guess. You got to make sure that it goes under the screw here. So I guess push down. That doesn't feel good at all. That does not feel good. That really is tight, man. Ugh. What the heck is going on? That just seems very, very hard to do. There you go. Came off. Ugh. That's really tight, man. I hope that's okay. So there it is. It is installed. Now these holes here, as you can see the holes in the back, or see the holes here? That's for the water cooler bracket. So, let's do the M.2 drive next. Just to get that out of the way. Okay. So this is what we're going to be putting in here. There we go. And you can see how big it is. So we're going to put it in, I guess here. I don't know if this is a longer one. I guess we're going to put it in this one here. Although it came with a screw, so that was a little unusual. So here's the screw here. So that's what we're going to be taking out right now. So that's kind of cool. So I can save, it came with a little screw, so I can save that. I will make sure I save that. So just pull this off. This kind of goes in this little slot here. You can see. Make sure when you put it back, it goes in that slot. I think you're supposed to take off this blue thing. So you basically just line up the little edge here with the little notches. Just kind of pop it in. It'll pop in. And then you push it. You just make sure it's lined up with the screw thing. And then you just kind of put this in here. And then kind of line the hole up again. carefully put the screw kind of in the hole. You can get this thing to go in here. There we go. So you don't want to push it down, push the screw down too much. You know, just push it down enough where it's snug. You know. Oh, what happened there? Yeah, I did put that in. So that's in there nice and tight. And I like this heat spreader here that it has. That's pretty nice. Get all the greasy hand off. Alright, so now we got the processor in. We got the M.2 drive in. Alright, so now the RAM, what you want to do with the DDR4 is this one has let me see if they're numbered or not. Right here, DDR4 A1, A2, B1, B2. So normally when you put them in, you put it in A1 and B1, and like you can see these little things, notches here, that coincides with the notch on the RAM. So just, if you're not sure, just kind of line it up like that. Then you know that it's good. Push it down until both sides snap in. Make sure that all these tabs are in. So that's pretty much how you put the RAM in. Okay. Now the water cooler is going to be a whole nother beast. Alright, so here we are trying to put the bracket on for the motherboard. So this is the bracket for the 1100X socket. Okay. It looks like it's going to sit on the other side of the board like this. So you have these little thingies here sticking up. Oh, you can adjust these, I forgot. They slide. There we go. Yeah, so you just have to slide them. See, they slide back and forth. So you just have to do that. Now just gently put this down here, I guess, like that. I don't know which way would be better for you guys to see. So you got these holes here. Okay. And then you just read your directions. Make sure, if you're not sure, read the directions. And then we got to put the screws in. The proper screws. Which I don't know if so you have these short ones, and you got these longer ones. This is the one I need. This one here. This has one short and one long. This one here has about 2 equal sides. So you basically just have to just screw these babies in. just like this. Just kind of screw them in the hole until, just hand tighten it. It's fine. So you can stand up. Just be careful. Don't push on anything that's on here.
Just stand up here.
To look, if you want to look. All right. So there you go. You can see that they're in place. These here. Okay. So I don't think. I mean, I could put the cooler on now, but. Let me see here. Let me look at the cooler. Let's see here. Where I'm plugging into the motherboard here. Let me see. I think I'm just going to put a little glob of this stuff right. I don't know if you should mix it or not, but I'm going to put a little dabble right there. Right in the center, just as a because you know, I don't know how good that paste is. I should have just cleaned it off and put my own on there. I think that's what I should do. Directions here to find out exactly where we're going to put how we're going to put this thing on here, because we have to have it so that the cords probably are going to be like sideways, so probably I'm going to do it this way. But then it's going to be in the way of the RAM, so I don't know. That's going to be kind of weird cable management going in this direction. Because that's going to kind of be like right in the way of the RAM. I can try. Let's see here. Let me see if I can just screw this down here. I think we're on there now. I believe. So again, I'm just screwing these on those anchors that I put in. And I'm just hand tightening them. I don't really think you need to use a screwdriver. At least I don't. I don't think you should use a screwdriver, because you just kind of need it contacting. So I think hand tightening is probably good enough. So you want to kind of torque it pretty nice. There you go. So then I'm going to put my radiator up here, which is going to be a little difficult, but looks like I already might have bent something. Alright, so the system fan just plugs in right here. Right here. Getting in there. There we go. Okay, so right there. There's two of them actually, but this one I think is the main one. And then of course this here is the SATA power connector, so I guess you got to power with that. And then I'm not sure about this here still. I'm a little stumped on that one. Not totally sure what to do with that. And then of course the USB is here, and you just plug that right if I can see here. Oh wow, that's set I put that in a very bad spot. Yeah, I don't know if I put this in exactly the best direction here. Come on. Huh, won't go. I should have stuck it in first. There we go. Alright, it's in. Okay, so this is going to be kind of like, you know, cable management, man. It's going to be tough. Alright, so I don't see any other USB ports that I could plug this thing into. I don't see any other USB kind of things here. So yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to keep that thing all the way across the board, which is kind of unfortunate. So yeah. So the video card's going to go here. So I guess that's it. It's not that hard, I guess, for the Intel boards. Again, I probably have this all in the wrong direction here, but I am going to mount my radiator kind of up this way. So yeah, I don't know if I did the right thing by putting it like right next to the RAM there, but I always like to have it in the direction of the CPU connector, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so alright, so anyway, that's it for that. Maybe I'll put it on the case next for you guys. Alright, so here's the case. My case, which I'm going to have to set the motherboard in. Take off the cover so you can see that this is the case. Sorry about the noise. Right by the highway here, so I could probably move the mic maybe over here. Good. Alright, so let's get this thing in here without breaking anything. Before I even put the motherboard in. The looks of it. I gotta find a spot for this radiator. So I gotta take out this top glass, I guess. There's another piece of glass here. Then I gotta take off plastic screen covering here, and then I should be able to put this on there. It's going to be quite a challenge, man. Alright, so I got to put the screws in. All these little screws. And get my screwdrivers. Okay, so basically we got to screw in the radiator, so you got to use these little thingies, as I said before, and you just have to kind of line up these holes here. So I'm going to line the middle up first because there's 2 screws there. Problem is I'm not really left-handed, so probably should come over this way. See if I can at least start it. Let me see if these fit in here. Yeah, they do. It's just kind of there we go. It's just a matter of getting it started. Just make sure you get the washer on there. So just to kind of get it started, you can use this as a guide here to make sure you line up all the other ones. So this thing kind of goes on. Not sure how this actually goes on there. Something like this. That, I guess. Kind of weird. Just kind of sticks on there. It's funny. Okay, so then I can put this back on. Take off the plastic. That's glass. UTs. These are longer. So again, I always like going corner to corner first, just to make sure it's lined up correctly. Then the other one should just kind of pop in. No problem. So I can tighten them later. Alright, so there we go. So let me turn this around. So here's the radiator right here. Okay, so that's on there pretty snug. So then basically one of the problems I'm having here that I just noticed is They didn't give me my screws. Unless, wait, maybe they're here. Maybe they're in the back. I think they might be in the back in the box. Let me check the back. There we go. Is that right? I still don't see the holes. Okay, there you go. Oh, there we go. Now it's in. Alright. Okay, so I gotta kind of. I have to get the box out of the back. I didn't really look at that before, so I'm gonna have to hold this up. Take off this back glass piece here. To get the screws. There you go. That's what I'm looking for. This is going to be a bloody mess, man. Okay, so you basically have your screws here. I don't know if you can see that there. Oh, that's not a screw. Here. Okay, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on this board. All around. I should put in these things first. I forgot to put in the power switch. I wasn't really going to get online today, so I don't remember where it was now. Crap. Let me look at the book. I hate to take out the oh, here we go. So I'm hoping this is the way it's supposed to be. This is HD audio here. So it's better to put these things on while the board is out. That's the thing. And from what I can tell, there's only power lead and power switch, and that's it. So it's kind of weird. So basically just stick them on here. And look like this. Two little things. And it's usually in the same spot on every motherboard. So if you're having trouble putting them on, just put one on and then the other. It would be better if they both went on the side. I don't know why they still split these up. You know, I don't understand that. And plus, everything should just be snap in. I mean, all the motherboard manufacturers should just like standardize at least this. You know, these things have been this freaking hassle putting these things on since the beginning of, at least when I was building. And then the power switch is all the way over here. And that's it. So maybe I gotta put that in first. Put that side in. Maybe it is this is magnetic. Oh, good. So I'm not really sure what's going on here, but it's not lined up. Freaking pain, man. Looks like it's in to me. Let me try. There you go. I kind of forced the corner in, so it looks like it's kind of forcing it to line up now. So now I'm putting them in all the corners. I'll do the middle last then. So just make sure they're lined up, that's all. And the one that looks least aligned, after you line up all the holes, put that one in first. Yeah, it's a little more light, huh? Alright, good. So now we got a little more daylight out there. Okay, so make sure I got all the screws in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more. So the magical 8. Well, I guess I'm putting the whole thing together, huh? I'll worry about the cable management later. So I got the HD audio here, it says, and then that's over here on this corner. So I just line up the little holes there. This one's fairly easy. Put it in there. Alright, so now we got to put the radiator fans on. you know, I'm not really a what do you call it, a guru when it comes to cable management. That's for sure. But here there's a lot of fans, man, a lot of fan connectors. Let's see what I got here. Okay, I got fans here, so I can put 3 fans right here. Right there. I don't know if you can see them or not. So that'll cover the front fans. So we'll just have to do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So there you go. They're plugged in. I gotta put the power supply in. Alright, so I gotta put these fans in. So there should be, there's 1 fan connector here, and there is another one here. Let me just make sure. Okay, wait, there's a fan connector here, and there's one here. So actually I got enough. So I can put them in there, so that's good. So I'm going to put this in so that this goes downward. So then I can plug that in right there. Like I said, I have built plenty of computers in my life, but I was never like a computer enthusiast per se. So I don't have a lot of experience with the water cooling. Nor have the foresight, you know, because I don't have the experience. You know, to kind of see ahead, like most people that do the water coolers all the time, they can kind of know how to just pop it in there right away. I mean, after this, obviously I will be okay. I'm missing one screw here. Let's see where it fell on the floor. Where did it go? Huh. We're missing a screw. Try to get in here if I can. Just very carefully. Looks like I can do it. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to see if one of these fit in here for now. The screws that came with the motherboard, I don't know if they are meant for this. Let's see. Well, it looks like it fits. So I'm just going to use that for right now, just so I have something in there. Okay, so this thing here that was on the cooler, I don't know if you can see. Let me get it down a little closer here. Air connectors for this. Maybe I should put these things over the top. So that's the power to the fans. Although I don't know how to make it look pretty. So then what I'll do is I'll have to wrap this around the video card, I guess, and just kind of tie this stuff together. But this doesn't really look that good. It doesn't really look that pretty. Still kind of not exactly the way I wanted it. Alright, yeah, like I said, I can fix it later. Alright, so this is in. So there you have it. The motherboard's in. The radiator's here. Again, not the best cable management here, but I'm not worried about that at the moment. I can fix that later. So that's how you get that in. Then the fans are here. They're plugged into the motherboard over here. Got the power lead and the power connector plugged in. And then just make sure this is tight, which it should be. USB here. Just making sure it's tightened down. So this USB connector can probably get fed like somewhere through here, I guess. So that it's kind of like gonna go around the video card. Again, I don't know how I'm exactly gonna hide it because it's kind of like, I could probably make it crawl, tie it up to this. I don't know how people do it, man. I am quite impressed how people can make their cases look so nice. It just looks like a mess. So there you have it. So I'll put the power supply in. So the motherboard's in now. The cooler's in. So I'll go ahead and do another video with the power supply and putting the hard drive in, I guess. So that was a long video, I know. Thanks for watching. I learned a lot. Hope you did too. Bye.